Blueberry cobbler recipe. Here's a look at the ingredients that I will be talking about in this video. This is going to be so much fun. Sit back, relax, grab your coffee or tea. Howdy folks, I'm cooking one of my favorite desserts, blueberry cobbler, for the first time. Don't worry, I have the ingredients and the instructions. Normally I like to just wing it with the ingredients, but because this is my first time, I will try my best to go by the measurements. Make sure that you check the video description. I have the ingredients, the measurements, and how to make this. Let's get started. Here's what I've done. I went and bought these, okay, and let them thaw out, right? And now I need to roll this out. Okay, I'm doing this for the very first time, and so I'm just winging it. I'm just doing what I think makes sense. I've already taken out one of the dough from the pie pan, and I'm gonna take out another one. As you can see, when I start to move it, it crumbles. And so that's why I have my flour here, and I'm going to sprinkle, get that out of here. I'm making a mess, who cares, it's cooking, you can make a mess. I'm going to sprinkle flour on my granite. This is stone. Now normally you could use, and I would use wax paper, which I do have, but I really need tape because you're gonna wanna tape that wax paper down on your counter, so when you're rolling the dough, the wax paper will cooperate with you. Cooperate with you. And now I'm gonna sprinkle some flour onto my granite here, and I'm going to roll the dough. So that's what I'm going to do. First time doing this, I think it's gonna work, y'all. What do y'all think? You think so? Somebody let me know. What do you say? Scream it through the phone, scream it through your computer, wherever you watch it, scream it through the TV. I think it's gonna work. We're gonna see right now, real time. I think it works. It makes sense to me, right? I'm just gonna go ahead and roll this like this and get this flour in here. I'm using logic, I'm using common sense, y'all. And this is really, really fun. Whee! And this is the best part of the cobbler, is the crust. I live for the crust. I'm gonna make sure that it's buttery and all that good stuff. I tell you what, you really get your workout rolling dough. I did not know that. I'm glad I burned a few calories. That's helpful for when I eat this blueberry cobbler. So yeah, just to know that. Anyways, I think I'm okay now. And this is the pan that I'm gonna bake the cobbler in. And as you can see, I think I have the dough, if you can see this. I think I have enough of it that it will cover the pan, right? So that way you have the crust on the bottom, the crust on the sides, and then you're gonna have your blueberry cobbler filling in the middle. And then I can use this, I'm gonna figure it out, how to put that nice little strips of dough on the top. Oh, it's gonna be so buttery too. All right, so let's go ahead and get this into the pan. Okay, the dough is in the pan, and I used nonstick cooking spray to coat the bottom and sides of the pan. Now we have this extra dough, so I'm using a cutter here to go ahead and get this extra dough off nice and evenly, as much as possible, right? So here we are, and just do this. And so I'm gonna do this all the way around and get this extra dough. And guess what I'm gonna do with this extra dough? Yes, I'm absolutely gonna make a sample cobbler for myself, because I'm taking this over to my family's place for Thanksgiving. But of course, why not make a little bit for myself here at home? Yummy, yummy. So, all right, I'll get this. And next up, we're gonna make the blueberry mix, the filling, the fun part. We're gonna do 4 cups of blueberries. So let's go ahead and dump that in, yay. And these are fresh blueberries, by the way. You can absolutely use frozen blueberries if you like, but I went ahead and got fresh ones because I was like, yay, I just like fresh. And the cost was about the same, so I said, fine, let's just do fresh. So anyways, that's 4 cups of blueberries. And what else do we have here? I'm going to put in here some sugar. I'm gonna put lemon flavor and vanilla flavor. Let's do it. All right, 1/3 cup of sugar. And I need my lemon. There we are. And I need my vanilla extract, baby. Here we go. Yay. Now, let's move on making a mess. Whee! This is really a lot of fun, by the way. This is one of the funnest dishes that I've made. It's messy, but it's fun. So let's move on to the next thing. Adding the dry ingredients. So I'm gonna add some flour to this bowl, some sugar to this bowl. I'm going to add a pinch of salt here. Going to add some baking powder. Here we are. All right, cornstarch. Here we are. All right, and I am adding nutmeg. Now, this, I don't know if it called for nutmeg and allspice, but I'm adding it because I want to. So I'm gonna do some allspice here, and I'm gonna do some nutmeg. Oh, come on. I'm gonna do nutmeg. I think, so cinnamon is optional, you all. I'm not doing cinnamon, but here's the wonderful thing. I'm actually going to make this batter. I'm gonna cook a little bit on the stove so I can taste it before I pour it over the blueberries, okay? So that way I can find out if I need to add anything. So that's a little tip for me. Boil it on the stove for a little bit, taste test it, and see what you need to add. Okay, let's move on. We have the dry mix. We're gonna add milk and melted butter in here. So you can use whole milk. I like using evaporated milk. Even though this is my first time, I just like evaporated milk. We're doing 3/4 cup, you all. Okay, so 3/4 cup of milk. I'm gonna add that into the batter, and then we have unsalted butter. And so it's supposed to be, I think, 4 tablespoons. This is more. I'm just going to eyeball it because, yeah, I'm going to use the butter. I just wanted to melt all the butter at once because I'm going to use it for something else. So anyway, and now I'm going to stir this, and this is going to create a batter. And so I'm just going to stir this and see if it's a consistency that I think makes sense. And then I'm gonna take a little bit of the blueberries that we have here and a little bit of this batter, and I'm gonna cook a little bit on the stove. I'm gonna let you know how it tastes, and that way I can find out, do I need to add a little more sugar, vanilla extract, lemon, what's going on? So you can see this here, look at this. You see what that looks like? All right, let me cook a little bit on the stove and I'll let you know how it tastes. So I definitely have some tweaks. I can tell you what I did here, I've already tasted it. This is what I'm adding to this batter. I'm gonna add more milk, probably whole milk. And I'm also adding more, a little bit of lemon flavor. I'm adding more vanilla extract. I'm also gonna add some more nutmeg, and I'm gonna add some more sugar and butter. So pretty much more of everything. Definitely more milk because I like the consistency to be somewhat different. And again, I've cooked this on the stove, so it's like, and stirring it, you know, it's really mushy, but it's delicious. Ooh, with a buttery crust and put some vanilla ice cream on top. Ooh, wee. So anyways, let me get back to it. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna add some those other additional ingredients, some more of those, which I've just spoke about. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add the mixture to the pan here and cover it with some dough. And we're ready to go ahead and preheat the oven for 400 degrees and cook this for about 20 to 30 minutes. We'll eyeball it. All right, let's go. I am going to brush some unsalted melted butter on the crust just to give it that extra buttery taste. And then we're gonna put in our blueberries. So I am excited to see how this turns out. One of my favorites. I love blueberry cobbler so much. Such a comfort food, and really enjoy it. So, all right, so that looks good. And now let's go ahead and put in the blueberries, and then I have more than enough blueberries. I still have another pan of blueberries, so I had no idea that I would not need all of those blueberries. So this, which is a good thing. That means I can make, I don't know, maybe blueberry pancakes or, you know, some type of fruit salad. I'll find something to do with it. So I'm just putting these in here, and then we're gonna kind of mix in the batter and see what I can do about the top here. There are the beautiful blueberries, and now let's add the batter. So I've adjusted the batter, as I said before, and this is my first time. We're just gonna see. And I think I'll have enough batter left over just to do something with that pie crust right there. I'm just saying, you always have to leave some for yourself. So I believe this will rise a little bit, but I'm gonna put a little more in here because remember we used the baking powder and we also used some flour, which also have its self-rising flour. So I wanna take that in consideration as I don't want this to spill over in the stove. Don't you just hate that when stuff spills over in the stove? Not only do you have to clean it up, but it just makes the place smell bad. I want it to smell heavenly, like blueberries, don't you? Okay, so now I'm gonna try to do something with the top here. I rolled out some dough here and I just really want to just try and do something like this. All right, I'm winging it, y'all. I'm gonna cut this because it makes sense to me. Oh, I'm not too sharp because this is my granite. Oh my God, I better not have any scratches. I so wish I had a large cutting board. Anybody know a good, woo, I think I'm good. Okay, let's see. Just very lightly with this. Okay, and now I'm gonna remove the extra. Oh, I'm good, woo. Oh, this is pretty. So I'm thinking I could do 1, 2, maybe 4 or 5, I don't know. So I'm just gonna go something like this. Ooh, stay together. But I feel like I just want to do like this. Wait, I just want to show you that I mastered it. Look at this. See how nicely that came out? I just need to go just like this. Yay. I feel like I have 3. Oh, I'm supposed to go this way too. Yay. All finished. Look at this. And by the way, while this was cooking, the blueberry cobbler, I made some mac and cheese that I'm about to put into the oven, and this was a different recipe. Feel free to go to my YouTube channel. I have a mac and cheese recipe, but this is different, and I think I like this one better. I'll have to save this recipe for Christmas, but for now, I love how this turned out. It smells so good. This is what I'm taking over to my family's place for Thanksgiving. I think they're gonna love it. Absolutely put some vanilla ice cream on nice warm blueberry cobbler. And this right here, oh, this stays here for me. So when I get back from all the Black Friday shopping and all the laughter and everything, and I'm just relaxing, I'll cut me a nice slice of this and I'll have a nice scoop of this. I hope you enjoyed this. Stay tuned. Bye.